Hi, I'm Michi and that's my channel. Today we get in part 2 of the Gelini puzzle. Yeah, I hope you have enjoyed the first one. I've got mixed comments, so it's always like I think one or two of my commenters, they always comment no, one, it's only one, but I didn't remember her name or his name right, so really want to thanks for the nice comment. It's always so when I'm pouring something in and I knew I did something stupid and I talk too much and the video is only 30 minutes me talking and unpacking and something else, and then 10 minutes puzzle. And when then something say, oh, I'm so happy that you laughing and playing and being stupid, and that's really brighten up my day a little bit more, because I'm not solely stupid in my videos, and that makes something else, someone else also fun and enjoyment. So I really hope that's the most of the watcher that watch my videos, that they like. Someone says have to talk too much and I have to talk lesser now, and yeah, I want to say no. I've cut already, 50% or more I cut out. That was I leave in on purpose. So when you don't want to watch me talking, then didn't take on. I make no effort of making time steps, so you have the problem that you move forward, but on a tablet, on a computer, you easily could do this till you get to the puzzle when you want to watch the puzzle content, and normally not interrupt too much. And here I really would say I don't interrupt anything. I have make some overtones to explain what I'm doing, but the puzzle goes in such a rush that the rest of the puzzle you will see now in the time lapse with some overtones. I think it's two, not that much talking. And when you don't want to have this end resume and whatsoever, then you can then cut out. So that's a nice puzzle based content you get now. So enjoy the time lapse and we see each other at the end of the video. So a board full of bears. Only one left. Here is one. That's the bottom. And this one is where? Oh, he's learning. So he's there. So I think all four bears. So let's get the pieces in place. I don't know if maybe I left them here. Yeah. There's my baby sleeping. I don't know. So here in the bathroom, or peeking in the bathroom, so I've left him here. So let's see. Let's see how it works out. Kind of doing this like this. So the whole world is now free. So, and yeah, I think we do first the edges. So let's time the edges thoroughly solid and new. How long it took to edge. So So after finishing the edge, I decided to do the sky and the upper row. First the sky, then the greens on the side, and then I decided to do the roofs up on the dollhouse. now that I have end on the upper row, then I really was tempted to do every room that's up and go downwards, but it was so difficult. My piles are not exactly, so I decided to do more of the structure of the houses and define the rooms, making my piles of pattern so that I have the structure to fill in every room. So now I'm doing at the terrace, taking every Gelini bear where it belongs and trying to do the separations of these walls and the floors, and then filling up everything else. It's a little bit distracting and I'm not always on one point, but it's getting closer, and yeah, what's the best way to approach this puzzle? So I did this. So enjoy the last to filling up the structures and then filling up the rooms. missing pieces, and I have 3 pieces, so every piece is there. One relief. But these pieces cost me every nerve because I don't find the Gelini bear in this section. So let me put them in, and they're fitting. Last piece. No, I don't think that it took me a marathon, but it was all over the puzzling and filling up the gaps and filling up every hole. And here I begin with this and I cannot find them. So I really said, no, I didn't search after them. I do everything around and the room, filling in, and I never found the pieces. And now the grey bear is finished and everything else also. It's always finishing a puzzle is always so it's done. I finished it. It's done. It's done. It's done. Yeah, I think every room is its own puzzle. I really think when I crumble this apart, I really think I crumble this, taking the room, making lines here, dividing them, taking room, and packing every room in other bags so that when I puzzle it anew, then I have every room packed up in a separate pile of pieces. Oh, there was a piece that's not really fitting. That was here. That's this piece. So let me see if I found this piece on the other side. Yeah, here. So that's the couch piece here. And here is the piece that's here. So that's the only 2 that when I've seen this and have a little edge on it, a corner of the pillow here. I don't know that it was a pillow, but I have a corner on it, and I think, oh no, that's not the right piece. So I forgot about it. I totally forgot about it. This is the only 2 pieces that I have mixed in the thing. I think maybe you could search about if the edge is really right, but I think it's okay. It's mostly okay. I don't recognize anything again. Yeah, I've recognized 1 or 2 damaged pieces, but in such a big puzzle, then it's normal that you have 1 or 2 damaged pieces. 1 or 2 that I really feel that I don't want to damage when I have to take it over. Then I glued yesterday so that I now have the finished surface. There are 1 or 2 pieces that it's solely a whole world of things. All pictures. They're watching soccer and eating popcorn. They're cheering. And he wants to play ball. He wants to eat an ice. And listen to some music maybe. Use his phone. And he listened to music and watching the snail walking by. And he is swimming and he wants to swim. And he's reading while they're watching TV. But, well, maybe. And the children's room is so sweet. She's on age. I mean, she's maybe a teenager, but they are all smaller than her. They are all playing, sliding on the slide in the room, playing puzzles, doing puzzle here, laser puzzle on the foam board. And they're climbing up upside down to get in beds. He wants to scare her with a spider. He learns his stuff and he's sleeping in his bed. It's so sweet, this little bed. And the games. and the trophies and the globe and the piggy bank and a sitting cube, and it's so sweet. The children room is so sweet. And in the garage they try to repair the car, the Cross Gelini car, and they too painted a painting, and he's driving with his inline skates, and here is a skateboard, and the gangsters, the band, he's playing the piano, she's playing other instrument with tests with things on it. He's playing the guitar and he's the drum, and he has a surfboard laying out, and where they were on tour. They too chill on the terrace with drinks, but it's not that safe as it looks like. Their above wants to spike on the balloons so that he falls off course. He hangs only on the balloons. And he is throwing a water balloon at him, or wanted to do this. But the two rowdies, they are skating on the rooftops, will throw him away, and he is flying on a paper plane. This is so funny also. And the two, the four bears in the bath, he wants to join in, I think, or she wants also to get in the bath, but he has he slowly getting down in bathtub, and she's in the shower and brushing her teeth, and it's also a nice sink, and the Buddha that stands and relaxed atmosphere. It's really a nice pattern on the tapestry, and the nice looking lamp. It's a nice bathroom. And in the kitchen they play cards. She has lost, I think, and he's also lost, but the chief has all things here and has 4 S's. Oh, I think he's cheating. There lay more of this S's here. He's really cheating. Maybe they two look like so. Well, he's cheating, and it's on the card to eat is spaghetti alla casa, and he's cooking the spaghettis. He looks in the cooking book and didn't know what to do, and he was in the drawer and say, "Hey, I'm here." And there are post-its of now Polaroids of other things, other pictures, yeah. And all this nice little plates and cups and glasses. Yeah, it's also a nice kitchen. And up there she's maybe working or looking a scary movie because she looks so scared. And here she has this calendar, and there up is the chimney cleaner. I don't know if the translation is right, but he's looking also yellow, but he has a tinge of gray, like he's on ashes. It's funny. He is really funny. He's the only one that have this gray black tinge on it, and the two, they fly with a balloon. And he wants to throwing water on him, and he wants to throwing water on them. So it's a water line. And the baby's room is so sweet. That's also really sweet. The two girls taking care of the babies, and he's sleeping fat in the bed and didn't care at all. He's really a sweet little baby with his plays of the Gelini bear, wind play. And the two, they're a little bit distracted with the with the cubes. I think she taken one of the cubes and make the make the tower crash, and she's crying. Of course, the tower is crashed, and she lost her. I don't know how this schnuller is in English. It's only one tooth. It's so fun. And he sleep while everything is. Wow! He is asleep. And the baby here gets feeding. Yeah. This whole sleeping room, bedroom is really a nice thing also. It's the whole puzzle is a story within a story within a story within a story within a story, and there are so many things on it. It was really an easy puzzle. I don't think it took me that long. Maybe I could do a break up and then redo it a little by little, course when I can do a 500 piece puzzle and a 500 piece puzzle and a 500 piece puzzle, or even 1,000 piece puzzle, then I could do it in a better row, and it came up with one room to another room to another room. But I think that's a so funny thing. I really wanted to play a little with that. Maybe I break it up in rooms and do it anew in rooms, and then I do it this room, 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 so that I always can be in my comfort form. It's never so far away, but it was really hard to build a whole room and then slide it up, cause the pieces, yeah, maybe it's a fault of mine, cause I'm so used to not looking at the box, and by this puzzle you really don't need to look at the box. It's only a piece in your hand and you knew where it goes, or in the end when you're filling up everything there are so less pieces that it's filling up, and the rest of them, the slide, the puzzle, the game, the table, the spaghetti, the playing room and the bears between them, it's so a nice, easy, funny puzzle. It's a nice, funny, easy puzzle, but it take a little bit longer, of course there are 5,000 pieces. But it was so a funny experience. That's a really, really big, nice puzzle. I really love this. This is one of my favorite Gelini puzzle ever. It's so a nice thing, and it's a challenge, of course. It's big enough to is a challenge, and therefore I really, really love it. And it was till the first sorting was a little bit tedious. Yes, that's always a little bit tedious, and I didn't know where to sort which, and the piles weren't that accurate, but it wasn't. It was accurate enough to get on the puzzle, and the puzzle is really easy, and so it was a joy. The sky took me that long, and after I get many pieces of them, there are not much pieces with plain colors, and also the plain colors have plain colors, so when I have enough pieces you can drop them in and puzzle them always a little by little, sorting the pieces, have little piles, doing the piles, getting away, and I'm so happy that I've bought me this. That's a really funny puzzle. So now we get on the end of the video. It's always nice to finish a puzzle. It's always a feeling of, so I finished it. I'm so proud of myself. But it was such an easy puzzle for 5,000 pieces. It was a rush. I can't say it otherwise, but yeah, I've been thinking of unsatisfying with the video course. It's always when you puzzle a puzzle and you bring there. It's always in the time lapse you didn't see that pieces get in. Course this one piece over there you don't recognize. Course it gets so lost. And but this puzzle is always so that when you have a piece in your hand and you recognize the pattern, then it's always, oh, that's there. Oh, and that's there. And oh, that's here. And so the time-lapse flow, I have the fear of it getting lost. But what I've done to avoid this a little bit is when I recognize I have a piece and I knew the pattern, then I lay and make little piles. Always the background of the rooms, of the sleeping room or bedroom, or the kitchen, or the living room where the TV is on. Then I think, oh, that's just a piece sofa, and I lay this on little piles. And then at the point when the piles get a little bit bigger and more pieces, then I doing the bunch in here. This is a thing when something moves on. So I have 3 or 4 pieces, and then on time lapse you can see that I puzzle there. But not in every room I make this, so it's a little bit of a problem with this puzzle to show you a nice time lapse. So at the end I decided to divide everything in the rooms and that I have made. I don't know if I show this, I record this, but not so accurate. So but I've I've crumbled it, and crumbled every room. I crumbled separate and taken in the bag. So when I do it the second time, I could do room by room by room by room. So that is maybe a satisfied thing of a time lapse when it's only one big room that I built. Therefore, I could be organized and more accurate with these rooms or with this pattern, so that you can better see what I've done, or I can build it more in a style where it's to watch and you see what I'm doing. And maybe if you want me to do this a second time in this style, then leave me a comment. Maybe I do this now in the summer, because I think in the summer I only repeat puzzles or make some I don't want to buy a new one, so I have to deal with what I've got. But here we are to get a little bit on the datas. So I started the puzzle at 9th of June and ends the puzzle at 17th of June. So it took me 9 days to finish the puzzle. Sorting took me approximately 7 hours, but my neck and back is hurting from the Battle of the Uterus. This damn puzzle. It was really my whole back was hurting. It's hurting. I really slow the process so down that I think it took me 7 hours to do 5,000 piece puzzle sorting. But I was off the sofa and really take my time and didn't rush and have here a piece, and then I watched 10 minutes without sorting and I take the time in. So I really didn't think it's accurate time, but it's the time that I needed course of my sore back and to relax and not overdoing it and always doing a little bit here and there and making breaks between. It sounds immense time, so that's not the rush. It was solely taking the time to sort. But the sort wasn't, I think, that accurate, but it was for me accurate enough. The puzzle itself was so easy that the sorting didn't border this or extend this, so that was really not necessary. Just sorted accurate, I think. So in the middle of building, I do then the edge in one go, and I time my time when I'm doing the edge, and it was 1 hour. I built the edge in 1 hour. So for a 5,000 piece puzzle, I think the last one I've built in 1 and 50 minutes, but it was 6,000 pieces, not a 5,000. So 1 hour for edge is, it sounds weird, many, but it was for a 5,000 piece puzzle. I think it was in a range. It was totally fine. But the build take me approximately 17 to 18 hours. So the whole puzzle took me 25 hours and 40 minutes. And so you see, it was way faster than anyone else I built it. So I think, yeah, the big Clementoni took me, I think, the double of the time. But in this Gelini puzzle, you have not such a thing as a sky. There was not a big amount of pieces with the same color, texture, or nothing in the place. So it was solely a big puzzle with many going on, and nothing is too bright off. The sky was a little bit, I think it took me 3 hours, but it was only, it wasn't that much pieces that you got stuck endlessly. So and the framing and the rooms, and there were not so many spaces where there must so many puzzle pieces that you get stuck and stuck and stuck. So really get on the next pile of pieces, doing these pieces, getting the next pile of pieces, doing the pieces, and that's through the whole of the puzzle. And it came really good together. I really have this sorting piles that I needed, but every time when I dumping out the next pile of pieces that I've sorted, then really many goes in, and the leftover pieces get in the box, and then I take the next, and it was a joy through a whole process. I never get stuck. At the end, I have solely pieces with one color, or the leftover pieces, the structure pieces of the rooms were not so easy to find, but then I have all the pieces, and there were not many, and I could fill in everything. And so the puzzle was really throughout a joy to build. It was really an easy, fast puzzle. I mean, it's only the only big point of making this difficult was the amount of pieces, but nothing else. Yeah, I have got 1 or 2 comments like, you can do this big Pokemon puzzle with 5,000 piece puzzle, and I think that would be also a good one. That's nice and easy. Of course, you have this separate colors and this distinct things on. You can concentrate and you can sort well the colors. I think it would be also a nice, easy puzzle to do. So, but I really, when you get when you can get this puzzle and you like this Gelini style of puzzle, then it's really highly recommend. Of course, it's really an easy puzzle. It's not so that you can do one room by each other, but you can sort out, and every pile goes in, and it's a so funny image. I really love to look at the image, and every time I see the babies or the children room, I always must laugh and always enjoy to seeing the building and the pictures growing bigger, and every time I recognize something else, it was really a funny building. Yeah, I think that was all the data I have for you. So if you have any questions to the data, if you want to know anything in specific way, then leave me in a comment. Me, I ask, I answer them in the next. Maybe I could, or write in a description. I don't know, or answer it on the comments. So when you are interested in something else, then leave me in a comment a question. So I think that was all I have to say about Gelini puzzle. I hope you have enjoyed the time lapse now. Have more puzzle time. I wish you a happy day, evening, night, midday, break, brunch, whatever, whenever you watch the video. And hope we see each other in the next. Bye! And happy hobby allerseits!